Hi, my name is Scott Kelly, and today we are at Bevy House, a custom modular home builder in Santa Paula, California. And we're going to take a look at some of the high-performance homes that are being built here today. Let's take a walk over here and look at the ADU. And it comes in sections. Right now it all looks like it's constructed as one, but right here, this is what they call the marriage line. If you look inside, you can see the steel goes right on through. And these units are going to be picked up, put on the truck, and taken to Los Olivos, the Santa Barbara wine country. And let's go on and take a look around. As you can see, the zip system, taping system has got a really good air seal on the sole plate and all the seams and all window flashings. Let's go on inside. Here's another way to look at this. You can see how this is the marriage line right here. See the steel on the floor? This is one unit, this is another unit. There's 4 units here. Let's take a look at the insulation. So this is what we were hired to do. We are high performance energy efficiency measures installers. We do weatherization, insulation, and ventilation. This is the insulation that we do. It's called blown-in blanket system, and if you see, it's really nice and tight. It touches all 6 sides. If it's not touching all 6 sides, it's not doing its job. It doesn't work. So taking a bat insulation and trying to get a bat into a wall when you have plugs and wires and pipes and all those types of things, it's impossible to get it to touch all 6 sides. In the case of this home, not only is it high performance once they want it to be super insulated, which is the blown-in blanket system, they have QII. QII is an inspection that they can opt in for and gain more points in our California Title 24 energy codes. And so what QII means is quality installation of insulation. So when you install the blown-in blanket system, you're always getting a grade 1 QII install out of it. And so we are certified HPIP, high performance insulation professionals. And so this is the only system that we install. We install this on the underfloor. We install it in the ceiling, as you can see. We install it in the walls. And we have a higher R value out of this. We have an R26 in the 2x6 walls. And this material is chemical free. That's why we use it. That's why we like it. It's made by Knauf. It's called Jetstream Ultra Premium Fiberglass Insulation. And instead of it being like a fibrous product, like typical bat fiber is, this is more like a corkscrew technology. So it comes off the molten, it's molten hot glass, and it's spun like a little corkscrew. So you put these, you open up the bag, you put it into the hopper, goes through the corrugated hose, and by the time it comes out, it's like goose down, and it's beautiful. And they call it blown-in blanket because it really looks like you've blown blankets into the walls. So that's the blown-in blanket system. We're gonna go walk over to the other modular homes, which are actually part of this project. This is the ADU for the property, and those are the homes. So we're gonna go over there and take a look at those and the kind of unfinished areas so we can see behind what's in the ceiling. Dive in a little bit deeper on this insulation. This is the material here. It's super duper tight packed in here. And believe it or not, this is gonna be about 67 square feet of installed material. So let's go take a look at the hopper and we can see what that looks like. So this is our hopper, and this is the material as it comes out of the bag. It's all compressed, but when it goes through the hopper, it gets conditioned, and through the corrugated tubing, it then becomes the blown-in blanket system. So let's go in here and take a look at this one real quick. This one isn't finished, so this is really good for us because we can take a look at some of the pieces and the parts. This is the fabric that we use, and believe it or not, this is like the fabric on your box spring or under your sofa. It's just a really simple fabric that we staple up, and if you take a look at the walls, there's a staple every inch. And the reason for that is because we don't want this material to migrate over the studs. If we do that, the drywallers are cutting our material and we got trouble. So what's really interesting about this material is when you put it in, because it's like a spring, it's fighting itself. It's like a friction fit. And so you push it in, once come back out. It doesn't settle. There are other products that do settle. Another thing about this product is it's so like just doesn't bother you at all, and it's not like floating around something that we're worried about breathing. It just boop, falls to the ground like a cotton ball. You see some of it. We'll sweep all this up. So now let's see. Difficult to see in here, but let's see. Here we go. What we did on this home is we flashed it with closed cell spray foam insulation. We did that because we have a code that requires us to do so. And why we do that is because there needs to be an air impermeable insulation, which is closed cell spray foam, either on the roof deck or on the underside of the roof deck before the fiber is installed. And the reason for that is because we could have strata effect. Strata effect is when it's real cold outside, warm inside, moisture is making its way up through into the attic, into the sheathing on the underside of the roof. Now we hit the dew point of 45 degrees, and now we're condensating on the plywood. So that's no good. And there is a code that requires us to put this spray foam in order to insulate an unvented attic assembly. And that's what this is. This is a high performance home, unvented attic assembly, which requires the spray foam first. So then we net it up and we fill those bays completely. So at the end of the day, this will all be done and filled in. And that is the blown in blanket system.